Hey guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quick review of the Mercier Bonne Mine palette. It's the Healthy Glow for face and cheeks. First of all though, let's acknowledge the different background. I'm just changing things up a little bit. This isn't permanent. The way my room is set up, I can actually pivot from the makeup space you're used to seeing behind me right over there to this, and the backgrounds will change. I'm just looking for a little something to change it up. I've been thinking of doing like a room tour once I can get this space cleaned up on like Periscope, so follow me there and I don't know, something might happen. But in the meantime, just know this is not permanent. I'm just playing with some things back there. So on to the review. I got this palette through Octoly, which I've mentioned a couple times here now on the channel. If you're curious as to what that is, I will link, I'll provide my link in the description bar below. Basically, it's just a way to get samples though, so this was sent to me. But the way it works is that I specifically asked for this palette because I was really curious. First of all, it is the Healthy Glow for face and cheeks, but 100% of the profits go to the Mercier Ovarian Cancer Fund. So it retails for $48, although when I was looking around before this video to kind of price it out, Nordstrom is price matching. I'm not sure with who, but it's down to 42 or 43 on the Nordstrom website. So you can find it different prices, different places, but between 43, 48, that's what you can find this guy for. And inside, let's give you a quick little tour. It's this nice, I mean, it is kind of a cardboard, but it's a sleek exterior sort of palette. Feels very solid with a magnetic closure. You open it up and you get a really nice size mirror here. Here are your products, but then in the top here, let's see if I can pull these out, you actually get a little guide that tells you how to apply all of these products. So you get, let's see if I can, you get, something that tells you all about the palette, then you get something that tells you how to apply the bronzer, how to apply the blushes, and how and where to apply the highlighter. So it gives you a quick little guide that folds neatly in here. And then down on the bottom you have the actual products. This is a bronzer called the Bronzing Veil. It's the largest product in the palette. Then you get two blushes, two cheek veils, and one is this kind of perfect peach color, the other is a deeper berry. I'm actually wearing the deeper berry today, so don't be too intimidated by how deep this is. All of these products are very, very buildable. And then you get two highlighters or glow veils over here on this side. One is kind of a deeper bronzy shade that I tend to steer away from because it ends up looking more like an ultra glowy blush on me because it's relatively pigmented compared to this champagne one down here, which is my absolute favorite and I am wearing today. So right off the bat, let's talk about formula since it was my biggest fear going into this palette. I'm actually really happy with the formula. I have combination skin, so cream products can be a little dodgy on me, especially with where these are going, where it's kind of skirting the oily part of my face and going into the drier parts of my face. I do love cream products, especially for, you know, the outer drier perimeter, because it really helps keep them glowing and illuminated throughout the day and kind of more healthy looking, whereas I have zero problem with that in my T-zone. It is perfectly fine with making its own shine. But I'm really happy to say that this played with both of my skin types basically really, really well, whether I'm, you know, using the highlighter down the center of my face, the blush on, you know, apples of my cheeks, as well as working it back here, and I'll have a demo showing you how I like to apply these products. But was just really impressed with this formula, not only in how it applied, but how it lasted throughout the day. Something else I find with cream formulas is that they can wear beautifully on top of the skin for a few hours and then they just start to sink in, or worse, they transfer because they never completely dry, so you'll find it on your phone, on your clothes, on your, you know, basically find it anywhere but on your face. And I just didn't notice that happening with these. It wore really consistently, stayed evenly pigmented throughout the day. Was really impressed with that. The only thing I did notice though, I mean, despite saying it didn't transfer, it doesn't really completely dry down. There is a slight tackiness, is a bit extreme, like it's not tacky, but it's definitely not powder finish. You know, when something is like cream to powder formula, I wouldn't say that's what this is. It does like maintain a little bit of tackiness, which it didn't really bother me. Like stuff doesn't get stuck in it. It's just something to be aware of. Like I found myself, you know, doing that test throughout the day and kind of touching my face to see, is it dried down yet? Is it dried? Is it powder? It's not really powder. It kind of stays that cream finish, but not in a way to where it's going to transfer or be sticky. Not in a way where it's going to be sticky and like your hair is going to get caught in it throughout the day. Nothing that extreme. I also want to talk about application because some people, you know, think that cream isn't nearly as intuitive to apply as powder. So little tips and tricks and tools that I like to use for the bronzer, and this is what I'll be using in the demo. I like to use something more dense, more fluffy, really a good buffing brush for the bronzer because I'm working with kind of a wider area on my face. So this is e.l.f.'s Ultimate Blending Brush. There are so many brushes like this out here. This just happens to be a really good affordable one, but this is the kind of shape and density I'm talking about. Very soft, very rounded, and basically I like to pounce it on my face. So that is why I like this product. However, for the blush, I do like something that I can really kind of work and buff, basically. So this is the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Contour Brush. Any duo fiber brush I personally think will do. This just happens to be the one that I reached for. It's a really nice size for not only getting the cheeks, but also doing the tops of the cheekbones. If you just want to use those the white fibers of the duo fiber up on top of your cheekbones, it also does the top of your nose, your cupid's bow, all those kind of more precise places really, really nicely. But because of those duo fibers, I find it doesn't leave those brush strokes like another sort of kind of uniform brush might if you're going in and buffing like that. So needless to say, I really like this palette. Would recommend it to anyone who's interested in a full face contour blush highlight kit of cream products that, you know, obviously wants that product to stay all day and not transfer. And these cream products in particular give you that lit from within, very natural looking glow. However, I do want to caveat that because I don't think it's necessarily for every skin tone. Because while all of these shades go really well together, and like I said, the blushes and certainly the highlighters are buildable, this bronzer, which pretty much makes up a third of the products in this palette, just isn't. This is only ever as deep as you'll get no matter how much layering you do, and the fact of the matter is it's simply not going to be enough for medium deep to probably deep skin tones, which really sucks. But just something to be aware of if you are interested in a palette like this. It's probably, you know, that's the one really downside and limiting factor to it. However, if you think this is a good palette for you, I really recommend it. Like I said, performed great on my combo skin type, and I was just generally impressed with the application and performance. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope this video was useful for anyone who's curious about this palette. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.